Yo, what's up, good people? Y'all know what time it is. It's AA Sports, straight sports, no chaser. And you have the super team of sports talk here with y'all on one half of it. Diego Baryshnikov, the Black Dominican Russian, here checking in with my main man, my partner in crime, the 6 foot and under post up jab. Tell them who you are.
What's good people? It's your boy, the other A and AA Sports, your boy Uncle Hate, broadcasting live on a Thursday. Here with our picks for week 2. What's good, homie?
Oh man, I can't call it. Ready to get these picks on the board. Try to recoup, lick my wounds from last week. Last week was horrible. For me at least it was. But I ain't sweating it. Just the you know how it goes these first couple weeks. I was gonna ask you if you had your winner's crown ready.
Yes, so, I know the king this week. Just this week. We're gonna see where it goes. This crown goes back and forth. We're gonna see.
Yes, sir. So you people, those of y'all that view us on the YouTube channel, again, thank you for tuning in. Watch, like, hit that subscribe button. And if you do view us on the YouTube channel, you'll be able to actually see what we were just talking about from each week. Whoever wins the head-to-head battle in these picks will wear the crown for that particular week or that particular show. Again, also, if you listen to us on the go, in the gym, in the car, wherever you may be, check us out on check us out on iTunes, as well as the Spreaker app as well. Either one of those platforms to give you audio podcast.
Absolutely.
So, recapping week 1 real quick, myself, Diego, I went 6, 9, and 1. Thanks, and you went 9, 6, and 1. The 3 games we had different were, of course, I took my 49ers over Minnesota. I also took the Colts over the Bengals that are playing right now. In the last game, I want to say I think it was Seattle-Denver.
Yes, sir. That was it.
Okay, that was it. So those are the 3. I lost all 3. So there you have it.
They were all 3 close too. It wasn't like it was any blowouts in either one of them. Well, y'all game felt a little bit. It felt closer than what it was to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had the turnovers. Indianapolis, that was the one I thought I was going to pull out because they were actually driving to win the game, and Jack Doyle fumbled the ball.
Right.
So that was that, and then the Seattle and Denver game was pretty much back and forth the whole time.
Tatum tried to give that game to Seattle the best he could.
All right. So this game for the Thursday night game tonight, we're gonna start it off with that prediction. You got the Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. And the Bengals played good last week. So did the Ravens. I don't know how much of what we saw last week is what we see in the long run from either one of these two teams. But I'm going to take Baltimore. I like their defense a little bit better. So
Baltimore.
You got Baltimore as well. All right. Let's see how I'm gonna do this. Okay, we can do that. Diego. And hey, all right, so that's it for the Thursday game.
Yes, sir.
First 1:00 game on Monday. Yours, Carolina Panthers, going into Atlanta to take on coming into Atlanta to take on the Falcons at Mercedes-Benz Dome. Falcons dealing with some pretty big injuries.
Yes,
Deion Jones, middle linebacker, out on IR. Keanu Neal, safety, Stumper, on IR. Devontae Freeman, I don't think he's practiced yet this week.
He has not.
So Atlanta dealing with some injuries. I think I pretty much know where you're headed, or where it would only be right. But go ahead and tell us who you got for this game and why.
Give me Carolina strictly because of those injuries, and we owe them from last year. I believe we went to the Georgia Dome around Christmas last year and got the bejesus kicked out of us. We need this win. We're gonna go 2-0. So give me Carolina. Keanu Neal's important, but Deion Jones, I think, is more important to that team right now than Keanu Neal. But both of them being out helps us.
Definitely. I'm taking the Falcons because they're dealing with some major injuries, but y'all dealing with a few as well.
We are.
So I think y'all got a couple injuries on the line, which could very well come into play with that's if they go ahead and unleash Tack McKinley and Beasley rather than have him dropping into coverage. So that could pay dividends. And Greg Olsen is out as well. And I'm not sure about all your receivers right now, outside of maybe Funches.
We rode down by Lowe's last week and just saw the biggest dude we could find. And we're going to start him on the offensive line this week. So we getting it how we live, man. We done took some L's on this offensive line. We signed some dude who started for the Texans 8 games last year. We're going to hope it works, but it's duct tape and dreams right now. So we're going to see.
Is he y'all heard that tackle and guard, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Man, it's so bad. I thought about I started to inbox Ricky Incognito, man. Something got to happen. We hurting on the line, cuz.
Oh man, that's whoa right there. That's whoa.
Right.
Next up, we got the Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts going into DC to take on Alex Smith and the Redskins. For this particular game, I am taking the Redskins at home. I think Alex Smith is nice and steady. Andrew Luck had a decent game last week, from what I could, what I can tell. Again, they lost on the turnovers, but
he did.
I think they still got a lot of holes on that Colts team, and I think the Redskins will have just enough, especially at home, to get the W.
I'm starting to think if it's around 70 degrees and before the game really matters, I'm gonna take Alex in most cases. So I'm gonna take the Redskins as well.
All right, there you go. All right, so that's that. Next up, Houston Texans. Deshaun Watson, them boys did not play good last week, especially on offense. The defense kind of held this on. New England didn't go on a killing spree.
No, they didn't.
But the offense has got to step up this week, going into Tennessee to play the Titans. Is Marcus Mariota out of this game?
Nah, he's gonna play. He hurt his throwing shoulder, some kind of way. I would take them, but I have zero confidence in Mariota. So give me Houston. Deshaun Watson looked shaky last week, but I believe a lot of that had to do with the fact that he took no preseason snaps as well. So give me the Texans.
Okay, I'm taking Houston as well. Not gonna spend a lot of time on this game.
Absolutely.
Yeah, pretty boring. Look like on paper. Next up could be a more entertaining game. We got the world champion Eagles coming off a slim win last week to the Falcons, who, in my opinion, gave the game away more than the Eagles won it. Sorry, Eagles fans.
True.
But going into Tampa Bay to take on Fitzmagic and the Buccaneers. Now, to me, this is one of them games where we know damn well that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are not 48 points a week.
Hell no.
So this is one of those week one aberrations. So are you taking Fitzmagic? Because I damn sure ain't.
I'm not, and I believe the storm's only going to hit up in the Carolina, but I believe it's supposed to be raining all up and down the East Coast. But I'm going to take Philly in that game, ugly, and it's going to be back to life, back to reality. Now, Fitzmagic balls a second week in a row, I'll be concerned, but nah, give me Philly.
Okay, cool. All right, next up, Patrick Mahomes taking that cannon into Heinz Field, take on Pittsburgh Steelers and Big Ben. Now, my pick for this game is strictly whether Ben plays or not. I'm assuming he does.
Yeah, you know how Ben do.
So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and take the Steelers in this game. But out of a scale of 1 to 10, I think I'm confident to about a 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna take. I was really wanting to take the sexy pick and take the Chiefs, but I believe he's gonna see some different looks on the road, and a team coming up that felt like a loss, even though they tied. So give me Pittsburgh. But it wouldn't surprise me. Ben had another one of them BS games, because he's allegedly hurt. So it would not surprise me.
Right. You never can tell with them. But like you said, they night and day sometimes on the road. So on the road and at home.
Oh my God! But keep it moving.
Oh yeah, I just saw that late today, and I'm like, how did I miss this? People talking about AB basically threatening some reporter to break his jaw, pretty much.
I didn't read the whole story. What was he mad about?
He's mad. Some reporter at ESPN called him. I want to say Instagram thought. That just sounds funny, but that wasn't what he called it. he said something to the effect about how much AB is always on Instagram and posting on Instagram.
Who cares?
From the one article I read, that was more or less it. There could be some more details in there. I don't know, but that's pretty much what I gathered. And AB responded something about when he see him, we're going to test your jaw out, or we're going to see how that jaw is.
That's like a terroristic threat. You can't say stuff like that. So,
it is what it is, but we're going to see.
Absolutely.
We're both taking the Steelers over the Chiefs in that game. Cool.
Indeed.
All right, next up, your boy Ryan Tannehill and the Dolphins going up to New York to take on the new wonder kid, Sam Darnold and the Jets, coming off a blowout in Detroit. Sam Darnold's first home game.
I'm going to ride the wave, man. I'm going to go with the Jets.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Dolphins.
Yeah, but these be the games where they show up, where we don't expect them to. Because I ain't expect them to beat Tennessee last week. And he actually played well in that game.
I mean, two mediocre teams.
That's true.
Somebody got to win. And then that damn game took all day.
That's true.
With all those rain delays. And I want to say Dolphins were the home team, so maybe that favored them.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm not ready to drink that Dolphins Kool-Aid yet.
No.
So, okay, we're both taking the Jets on there. Next up, LA Chargers taking on the Buffalo Bills.
Big.
Nate Peterman benched after one game. They're going to go ahead and throw Josh Allen in there. I'm taking the Chargers.
I'm taking the Chargers big, but I'm going to tell you what worked out well for Josh Allen. No Bosa. They would have been on his ass that game. But, yeah, let me get the Chargers big in that game.
Okay. All right, next up, NFC North Divisional battle. Again, another game. Now, this one, the quarterback situation is a little bit more shaky.
Right.
You got the Vikings going into Lambeau to take on either Aaron Rodgers and the Packers or Deshaun Kaiser and the Packers.
How do you practice that week? Because if you're playing Deshaun Kaiser, I mean, defense had a week off.
Yeah, I can't necessarily argue with that. But for me, this game, I don't care whether Aaron Rodgers plays or not. I'm taking the Vikings.
Yeah.
I like what the defense is doing. I look at what the Bears were able to do to him last week. Unfortunately, they didn't make enough adjustments second half to get anything done on the offensive side. Minnesota's got a veteran quarterback in Kirk Cousins, more weapons. I'm taking the Vikings, regardless of whether Aaron Rodgers plays or not. The only thing is in question is whether it's a blowout or not if he doesn't play.
Yeah, I'm taking him as well. If he's 70%, do they throw him out there against that pass rush?
Yeah, they'll throw him out there. But I mean, even 70%, we saw what he came back in the game did last week at probably 50% if he was that.
That was probably with the shot though. You know what I'm saying? That numbing, like, all right, you still riding that adrenaline. I'm sure he's sore. You know what I'm saying? Against that pass rush, that defense. But now I'm taking Minnesota as well. I'm thinking a statement game.
Okay. Next game, potential early season trap game. Are we allowed to have trap games this early in the season? Might be a little too early.
Hey,
but Cleveland,
the Jets in Miami felt like a trap. Houston, Tennessee kind of feels like a trap. It's early enough because you feel the obvious. You feel the obvious.
But a trap for
I think with the Jets, it feels like everybody's gonna ride the train. Like, okay, Darnold did look good, but he's still a rookie. This is on his second game, so everybody's probably picking the Jets. It would not surprise me at all. He goes into this game and throws 3 picks, and the defense don't play like it does the running game. So that just didn't feel like an obvious W to me. I was kind of wrestling with that one, and we don't know what you do.
No. I guess I look at trap games. I'm looking at good teams that are obviously better than their opponent.
Okay, that's kind of evenly matched. I got you.
And they lose. Yeah, that's what mindset I'm sticking on. But I got you.
Which one you got? As the trap?
Out of the I'm looking at Browns and the Saints. Man, the Saints coming off. I ain't saying this is necessarily a trap game.
It could be.
But I looked at the betting odds on this game, and I like the odds a little bit. Put up 100, win 300 if the Browns win. That ain't a bad bet. But
No,
I'm taking the Saints. I'm taking the Saints though. I don't think they'll play, especially defensively, as bad as they did last week.
bro, they can't give up. I mean, they gave up 48 points at home to Ryan Fitzpatrick. They can't.
Hey, if anybody want to take them as this is taking the Browns as a surprise upset.
I agree.
We talked about the Saints losing their last 5 straight home openers. They started off last year 0-2 as well, and then went on the run to get back, and they ended up making it almost to the NFC Championship. So it's not uncommon for the Saints to start off slow. Is where I'm going with that.
That makes sense. I expect Cleveland to play a solid game, but I don't think they're gonna be able to keep up with them.
Gotcha. Next up, got the Detroit Lions hobbling. Well, Matthew Stafford will be hobbling in. Both body and the whole team's ego is probably shot. But coming into, I almost said Candlestick. I don't even know the name of that new damn stadium. Levi Stadium. To take on my nice, yeah, if you're sitting on one side of it, if you're sitting on that visitor side when that sun is beaming, there ain't nothing they can do about it. Nothing they can do about it. But the Lions taking on the 49ers. 49ers first home game with Jimmy Garoppolo. Well, no, he played last year. I'm tripping. But I'm taking my Niners. I think we played well in parts last week. Again, we made some critical mistakes and things I think we can pretty much, that was self-inflicted, that we can clean up. And the Lions just did not look good.
At all.
Last week. And then you got reports coming out this week, already week 2, that players don't even like Matt Patricia because he's coming in trying to be the strong arm dude. Dude, you're not Tom Coughlin. You're not Belichick. You got to have some tenure and kind of win some things before you can really just step on the scene and start imposing that kind of will.
Let me ask you this real quick. What they're saying, it kind of sounds to me kind of like when we were younger. It's like they had God, what was our high school coach, the one we used to skip with, we ain't dress out for?
Oh, Coach Ham.
It's like they had Coach Ham, but then Coach Mance took over.
Yeah, and that could be a shock. You're right. You used to getting away with murder all the time, and then somebody to come in and put their foot down. You turn your nose up at him. You're like, man, who is this motherfucker coming in here thinking he can just goddamn tell us what to do? We've been running this shit. Yeah, you've been running this shit at 8-8, 9-7. So right. maybe that discipline is what they need to try to turn it around. But from what we're hearing so far, again, it's early. It's not quite gelling. But the only thing that cures all this is W's, right?
That's it. That's the only thing. I'm taking y'all in this game. We didn't touch on it Tuesday. What'd you think about the comments that the Vikings said that Jimmy looked scared when the rush was on him?
Oh, I didn't even see those comments.
Yeah, one of the defensive linemen said when you get up in his face, the more the rush started to come in, you could tell he was scared. I thought he played well down the stretch there, considering what they were doing. But people gonna try him at this point because there's an X on his back. But I'm taking y'all. I think y'all gonna ball in this game, actually.
Yeah, I think we probably have an offensive breakout in this game. I need to check and see if Marquise Goodwin is playing, if he's been practicing. But again, I think that's one element that we probably missed last week. I know on that critical pick 6, that was to a receiver that was in Goodwin's place when he ran the wrong route and gave up the pick 6. So I'm gonna check on that.
Y'all gonna let Pierre know y'all got a game Sunday?
Oh, he didn't really show up on last week?
Yeah. Okay. Two balls. He need to show up. I'm expecting more from him. But y'all gonna have a good game this week. Y'all gonna have a good game.
I won't miss the game this week. I got everything I need straight, so I will be able to. I will be able to view this week.
Yes, sir.
Next up, we got the the Arizona Cardinals facing the LA Rams in LA. I got LA.
LA.
Okay. Anything else you want to say about that?
No.
Okay, keep it pushing. Game of the week. Well, one of them. Patriots going into Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars, a.k.a. the Savages. Jalen Ramsey, Telvin Smith, A.J. Boye, Blake Bortles, Leonard Fournette's hammy.
Yeah.
All that. It's going to be a good game, I think.
I'm taking the Savages.
Taking the Savages?
And I'm nervous because of Fournette's hamstring.
Mm-hmm.
But, I think they're gonna be able to stack the box easily. Because I mean, hell, who they gonna double besides Gronk? And they might not even double him. Probably just put Jalen Ramsey on him. But I'm taking the Savages close.
Okay, I'm taking the Patriots. I'm pretty sure that they're gonna try to bracket Gronk. This would be one of those games where somebody else probably steps up for the Patriots. I'm looking for a run heavy game this week actually from them.
Is Burkhead out of concussion protocol yet?
You know what? That's a good question. I did not think about that. And Sony Michel, I think it's
ACL. Who the hell gonna run the ball?
Very true. Very true. Against, especially against that defense.
Right.
And what do they have at receiver?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as a matter of fact, I need to change that pick on spot. Yeah,
I shouldn't have said shit.
Yeah, I forgot about Burkhead. But
I shouldn't have said nothing.
Yeah, you shouldn't have said a damn thing. That would have been an easy thing.
But you know what? Brady can go down there and win that game some kind of way. He can go down there and win it.
And it still may happen. And I'll be like, damn, I had him, but I changed it. But I'm just trying to think off the top of my head, like you said, who is going to run the ball if Burkhead is not there? They still got James White.
Yeah, James White, but that's a scat back. Well, that dude that plays special teams for them, and he always was like the backup running back, Brandon something, with the long dreads.
Brandon Bolden.
They cut him, so I don't know who's up there at running back.
Yeah, he's gone. So we know they drafted Sony Michel. I think he's still been limited in practice, so he should be back. If he's not back this week, he'll probably definitely be back next week. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take Jacksonville in that game. Next up, you got the Oakland Raiders going into Denver. You taking Chucky?
Hell no. 0-2.
Okay. Yep. I think this will be another Broncos W. Another Broncos W. Mr. Derek Carr will probably be seeing a lot of Von Miller.
A lot of them. Bad part about that is if you avoid Von, you got Chubb on the other side. So good luck.
Yep. All right. Sunday night game. Big game in the NFC East. Somebody going 0-2. You got the New York Giants going into Dallas to take on Dakota and the Cowboys. It's been a little trash talk this week from what I heard. Landon Collins. Yeah, I can't say that he was lying. I can't say that he was lying. What did he say about the past game? That it was
That's what you want to happen. You want to take away Zeke. You want the ball in Dak's hands. He said we feel like we got a good chance to win if the ball's in Dak's hands.
Exactly. You want Dak passing the ball. So, hey, can you argue?
Hear that about a starting quarterback in the NFL? We feel like we got a good chance to win when the ball's in his hands.
Probably about the bottom third of the teams.
Right. I mean, he verbally said this.
Yeah.
To the media.
Yeah, no, right.
But yeah, give me the Giants.
Taking the Giants in that. Cool. I am taking the Cowboys.
Now, one thing to consider with this, as much as we talked about Dallas's offense, they held us to 16 at home. So the defense is going to be there. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to do – well, we didn't have an Odell. They got an Odell. But I'm still taking the Giants.
Okay. Yeah, I'm taking Dallas because the
okay, good.
I think the pass rush will be able to get home. The Giants they still having some O-line issues that they haven't worked out. So I think that's going to be a big factor. I think Zeke and the offensive line is going to want to put up a big game, especially with Saquon coming in the building. I think he's going to want to still show, hey, I'm still one of the top backs in this league. Young boy, you got a little ways to go. And then 2 or 3 rather, Dak actually usually plays well against the Giants. So I think this will be one of those weeks. Remember we talked about he have a few good games here and there. I think this game, primetime Sunday night, this will be a game that he'll actually have a good game. And then we'll be back to, well, I won't, but a lot of people will be back to, see, I told you Dak was good.
Okay, it's either going to go 2 ways, as it always does. Either he going to ball out and they going to shut up, or about 11 o'clock Sunday night, it's going to be chaos and concern in Dallas. He better ball, man. He better ball.
I think they get back to running the ball, and I'm looking for Zeke to have over 100 yards this game.
It's feasible. I mean, hell, he had 69 against us, so it's possible. But yeah, let's do it. I like that. All right.
All right. And then the Monday night game, Seattle Seahawks taking on the Chicago Bears. What you think about this?
I was wrestling with this one. I'm going to go ahead and take Chicago. I really want to take Seattle, but the same way we talk about Dak's weapons, what does Russell Wilson have up there?
Right. You got Dog. Yeah, he's probably not playing. So you got Tyler Lockett, Brandon Marshall, and I forget who the third guy is at receiver. Now, from what I understood last week, Carson had a pretty good game, but for some reason they kept putting Penny in the game. Yeah.
They split the snaps and the carries completely. So I really want to take Russell in that Monday night game, but I mean, at some point, he's working with next to nothing also. So let me get Chicago.
Right, and I'm taking Chicago not only for those reasons, but also because I think the offensive line is still a question mark with Seattle. And the Bears, Khalil Mack, Ayers, or Akers, what's his name? Akeem Ayers?
Akeem Ayers. You got Floyd on the end. The safeties and cornerbacks are good. They're stout, man.
Yeah, we saw how that pass rush was getting to the Packers last week.
Absolutely.
And that in the Seattle line is either right on par with the Packers or maybe worse. So I'm expecting that to happen again. I don't expect the Bears at this time give up a lead once they get it. I think they win their home opener over the Seahawks.
Man, can I give a L to myself for talking you into that damn Savages pick? Man, that was stupid.
That kind of flipped everything. Now we only got 2 games different this week.
I should have shut up. All good.
So, yeah, it's all good. Like I said, these first couple of weeks, for me at least, it's kind of hard to tell because you don't know what these teams going to do.
No, absolutely, we don't know what they're going to do.
I think it's going to be a couple of teams that maybe don't play as good as they played last week, and it's going to be a couple of teams that shock us and don't play quite as bad as they played last year.
I mean, would it? I mean, I'm not saying they're gonna win the game, but would it remotely surprise you if San Diego flew out to Buffalo and BS'd most of that game? I mean, they don't never play good that 1:00 game flying cross country. Not to say they're gonna be flying on Sunday, but it wouldn't surprise me. I'm expecting the Chargers to win, but Buffalo may not actually be as terrible this week as they were last week, possibly, but.
No, they're terrible.
They're terrible, but they might have some pride. They might play harder, maybe. But we'll see.
Yeah, I hate they throwing Josh Allen in there already. Young man's in a bad spot, man.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, man, that's it. We're gonna see how it go.
All right, there it is, good people. So we have given you our week 2 NFL picks. Again, look out for this show to drop probably Friday, Saturday morning, somewhere around there. You'll have time to get your bets in. And remember, if you win off of our picks, great. Shoot us something.
That's what's
up. If you lose, who the hell told you to listen to us anyway?
Tough break.
Hey, Uncle Hay, tell these people where to reach you at on social media.
At ReK6000. Holla at me. I talk sports.
All right. You can find me, your boy, at Diego Barish on Twitter. Also, don't forget to check out the AA Sportscast Facebook and IG pages, as well as the Twitter page. And don't forget to watch us on the YouTube channel, and then also listen to us when you're on the go on the Spreaker app, and also subscribe to us in iTunes on that platform as well. So for Uncle Hate, for Diego Barishnikov, it's AA Sports, baby. Straight sports, no chaser. We up out of here. Y'all have a good weekend. Call y'all next week. Peace.